Here goes the other one. So let's try to record. See, not to worry about that later.
Mm-hmm.
I'll worry about the lighting later.
Okay.
Actually, I have another light. It's over there, but they said I only need one light.
Yeah. But it's so nice that you have everything, basically, and that you're actually interested in it. And
Look at my
yeah,
microphone.
it's like you have
Yeah.
a professional studio just all for yourself.
But I have so much stuff like I don't even know what to use, and I think like I bought stuff that costs a lot of money that you're not supposed to buy to use with that other stuff because everybody knows like I went OBS. We wouldn't use Legato, and I'm like I didn't know, so I bought it, and it's not compatible. So I have all these, and I have all these like for this, it's easy, and like it keeps me from doing all the extra stuff that I do. Like I do way too much stuff trying to edit and make stuff like spend way too much time doing that.
Well, but it's good because you really like doing it, so I think it's the
I don't
most
like
important
doing it
thing.
anymore. I don't like doing it
Well,
anymore. It's been so
but you
long.
still do.
Yeah, I still do. It's been so long, all this like sitting by myself in my
Mm,
in my room, editing these videos for like hours and hours and hours. Like, and I
yeah.
don't, I guess it's
Well,
been my way of keeping myself company.
but yeah, that's the way you do with your hobbies, with the stuff you really like doing. You just do it forever.
It's just do. I mean, I just do it. Just normally, I would like videos. Yeah, I do it because I feel like I'm creating a product. I'm creating something that
Hmm.
has value, both like value intelligently, value for the artistic value, and value just for being able to give yourself mindfulness and space and time. But
Hmm.
it's starting to like now I'm starting to play those games on the phone that I would never would play for like 10 hours. I'm like,
Wow.
yes.
Well, I think you just need a rest. Like when you do certain stuff for a long time, you just want to switch, I guess,
No, I
and do
just
something.
need this, just need to add production value to my life. So there's a script, so there's direction. So I don't just, either I'll just do nothing at all or I'm doing everything at the same time. But if everything is just, and that keeps people in their places too. I mean, because just like there are buyers, like there are sellers, people who sell goods, there are buyers, people who buy stuff, and we get tired of buying stuff too.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants to sell, 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 sell. I'm just like, I'm so tired of buying stuff. I don't even want to look at it. It's probably a good deal too, but I don't even want to look at it. I haven't looked at the
Yeah.
boxes.
Well,
No.
yeah. But still, it's yeah, maybe it's just about some um maybe discipline to your day where you can actually like um
It's
I
a
don't know,
script.
designate.
A script. No, an actual script.
Well, yeah,
And I
but
just
sometimes it's hard.
might as well have a script. Might as well plan for my bad moments, plan for my ups, plan for my downs, have a script, go through the day. It's like I'm in Vegas. Like, look at my script through the day. Wake up.
Well, you can come up with something new every single week or every single
Yeah.
month.
Well, we have like something that is like something, but there's certain things that are this like the value, true
Hmm.
value, like are things that he'll keep like don't have to necessarily change, and then your
Hmm.
new stuff that you're adding on, just is I don't I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like listening to podcasts and listening to what people are talking about, and I
Hmm.
mean, I don't see any much value in it either way. There's just they're talking about like the Chinese getting our files. They knew in the programs with the FBI. That's what Edward Snowden got sent away for telling them that, hey, listen, the FBI goes to Google, and deputy. So like, why is my country just stupid that this guy is over there for 10 years and he told we knew this, bro? Like, Well, we know about the programs. That's what they do. They go into Facebook, they deputize the person, say, "You're Deputy Dewey. Now, can you please get me this information?" And they give you the information. And they've been
Mhm.
deputized for CIA for a day. They told them that. Like I'm just sitting there, like really, like no
Well,
one's gonna. I sent an email to Musk. I'm like, bro, you're the smartest person in the world, and you don't remember this? The dude, he just got his Russian citizenship and got married. I think he has a 4-year-old kid.
oh, wow. Wow,
Sorry,
so crazy. Yeah.
sorry,
Mm.
but yeah, I'm just like, why don't It's just sometimes it's frustrating. So this is a perfect segue into how we met. And we met, was it like in 2019?
Mm-hmm.
It was in February of
Or maybe.
2019. Actually, I could check the order number on Fiverr.
Oh, okay.
Instead of the Fiverr, when I looked at my
Mm-hmm.
orders, it says that first time that I went. So, for those of you who don't know, Fiverr's application that provides various services gigs such as like script writing, personal services, logos, voiceovers, any type of gig type work you can get through Fiverr. And it's hit or miss on whether you get a good person that does the gig for you or not. And one night I went on Fiverr because I needed a personal assistant to help me manage all my thoughts because they weren't giving me my ADHD medicine and I couldn't manage everything and I was just going crazy. And it was that time at night between 3 a.m. and between like 5 p.m. where I get really anxious and my anxiety level was really high. And I just happened to place in a call for personal assistance services, and just based on our time difference, that's what time where our call would be. So I'm an American veteran, a disabled veteran. I suffer from bipolar, severe anxiety, depression, and I couldn't call the crisis line, the military crisis line here couldn't help me. It was just the phone calls that and the messages that I don't know. It was just the way that a Sweet Saturday engages me helps me to like relax and be somewhat mindful. But my mind's always going a mile a minute. But it was so grateful for those moments, and it's so like to say that during a period of time, especially for a time in the country now, like someone from Russia literally, as a matter of literally was helping a disabled American veteran, and we hear about help vets all over the world, and they are getting help all over the world, and we're not much different than any other any other situation like this, but this is just our story, our situation, the way, you know, that's value for us that I might be entertaining and it might be intellectual, it might be a lot of things to many people. Sorry. I can talk forever. So, but you guys, you talk about what did you think when you first got my request?
Oh, well, I think it was very unusual. I mean, because yeah, of course it was like probably nighttime, I think, or something close to it because of the time difference. I mean, for me. And of course, like when you're kind of sleepy already, you do not actually like understand much. And
And I
then
talk
like
fast.
yeah, for sure. And I was just like, okay, like there's a lot going on, and like it's always difficult to just like say, okay, like
What do you want me to
let's
do?
yeah, yeah, like let's do everything because I know that it can be kind of like difficult because you do not always like get along with people, and sometimes like the energy is just very different. And while you try to stay the same person for like everyone, you still have to like be sure that you're working with a nice person so that it's easier for you and etc. And so in the beginning, I was just kind of at a loss because there was like so much to do. And like you had so many different ideas, so many like different stuff. And I was just like, okay, let's try it and see how it goes. And well, it went. And actually,
There
the
was
most
always something
surprising.
new. There was always something
Yes.
like new and dramatic and like life changing happening like every like three
Hmm.
times a day. Like, or you might go like, if you don't talk to me for like a week, you're just like, man, what really? Well, I just know a bunch of things happen, so we're gonna understand
Yeah.
that as we move forward.
Yeah, and the funny thing is like every single time, like every single day, something was happening to probably to both of us.
Yeah,
Like every probably like there was always something life changing for us. It's not like we were always the same, always having like the same routine during the
yeah.
day. We would always like call each other and see how many things have happened.
Since from
Yeah.
Italy to Paris to descend from Philadelphia to Panama to
Yes, always moving, always having something new going on. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like actually a true friendship, I would also say, because it was never difficult
remember your
to.
friend with the light bulb that you went to go change the light bulb with?
Oh,
You-
yeah, you
that's
remember.
yeah, because that's what a friend is. Like my friend, I don't think you knew or said her name. I'm gonna go meet her and change her light bulb. I'm like, oh,
Yes, that really
we're good
happened.
friends.
Well, yeah, probably. So, yes, like always.
Sorry
We were
for
always on the go, always with something new to do, always with new ideas and
but
everything.
yours were
So,
sneaky, like, because you really couldn't tell me certain things. You can't really tell me certain things that are going on in your life or your problems or stuff. So, because the focus
mm,
is on me. So, there's a lot of things
for
like
sure.
I did, like, you kind of threw in there, I kind of,
Mhm.
and I always put all the attention on me anyway, because, I'm the talent. No, I
Well,
always put a lot of attention on myself anyway. So, it was like, took some time for me to like, for us to warm up, it's like getting to know Cat, like Cat.
oh yeah.
How is Cat?
Oh, she's fine. Yeah, she's nice. Like everything is the same with her. She's just as beautiful as always, always wants to eat more and more. And she's just as energetic as before. So yeah,
That's good.
she's just like a kitten still. Yeah.
She's more like
Even
a
though
dog. She's kind of doggish. That's kind of doggy style. Like, I mean, oh, did I say doggy style?
well, yeah. I mean, she's almost 8 years now. Like she's gonna be
Yeah,
8 next month.
that's how old
Yeah.
Franklin is. Franklin is, I think he's 8. He was born in February 2014. That makes him 8 this year.
Oh yeah.
Look at
And
my.
how is he? How is he?
We're not doing well. We're not taking this well, but we'll be scarred for life. Those things you're going to be scarred with, we've learned to deal with, and it's just
Oh,
so you really can't hurt us. I'm numb. Some say life is a battlefield. I say bring it on. No, it's just like
oh.
it's been so much stuff, and I'm getting tired of breaking things. Like I break everything. I'm like, I just bought this for the like fourth time and I broke it. Like I feel like maybe I'm destroying everything around me sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, is it me? Is it like, and I'm like, no, because I'm like, well, I'm not a destructive one. I'm not doing anything. I'm not hurting anyone. So why do I feel that? Like but like when I break everything, it just sometimes I just feel like I'm just like, I'm the problem. There he is. There's your problem.
Oh.
That's why he breaks everything. That's what's frustrating me because I just this pen I bought like 7 times because I know I have it on Amazon and the other thing like the other night just the pen broke the bottom part of it. I'm like, and I can't send it back to Amazon because I'm in Panama and to send it back to Amazon would cost me like $60
Mhm.
to send it back. My pen was broke. I
Oh.
wish you had Amazon. I would send you a pen. You would like this pen.
So it would break those two. Yeah.
You break every. You
Well,
don't break everything.
well, no, actually, not
Your
really.
laptop. You broke your laptop.
Well, yeah, happened. It happened. And actually, there is like one more thing that happened to my new laptop. I mean, it's not like new, but I think it's like 1 year now.
Uh-huh.
But I still like it. It's good and everything. But the problem is that so I was just like being very careful with it, and like
What do you
maybe
do with these
last week.
laptops? Like, I'm wondering, you were being very careful with the applications that you were using. You weren't using any risky apps. Like, you
No,
were
not really. I mean,
holding it.
it's fine. I mean, this laptop is okay, but the problem is like I was putting some cream on my face the other day, and it started slipping off my hands, and I tried to catch it and accidentally just like hit it, and the cream bottle hit the laptop, and now it has a
The
scratch.
whole bottle spilled, or
No, 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 no. It's
from
fine.
your face.
No, 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 it's fine. I mean, just the bottle hit the laptop, and now it has a
Now it's scratched
scratch.
on it.
So,
Oh, well, the scratch is not gonna keep it from functioning. But
yes,
now
but I always
just
see
mad
it.
because a scratch. You just mad because, yeah, just mad because it has a scratch on it. And that's I dropped my portal. I got the Meta Portal device. I don't know if you saw that. I
Mm-hmm,
got yeah. Probably break
mm-hmm,
something if I bring it over here. I'm gonna break something.
mm-hmm.
It's called the Meta
Oh,
Portal, and you can make calls
oh.
on Facebook Messenger, on WhatsApp,
Mm-hmm,
and on actually you could do Zoom calls from it too. And
mm-hmm.
it's supposed to be auto enhanced for audio, video transmitting between your friends and family. I don't have much friends and family, so there's a few people, but
Mm-hmm.
it's really cool. It has a different, it's a whole different like view, like when you're looking at it, when you're using
Mm-hmm.
it, all different video time. So it's cool. Just another toy, or I can like have it play. It'll play Alexa music.
Mm-hmm. Wow, but it's cool. I don't think we have anything here like this because like Facebook.
Well, you can't. What
Um,
you can't use Facebook.
so basically not really. Of course, we can use it with the VPN, but it's not
Yeah.
always works well for some reason. Like I wouldn't be able to access some settings on Facebook. So for some reason
Um,
on the app, no, not really.
well,
But
because they're
everything
probably
else works.
trying to block it, but that's crazy. You have
Mm-hmm.
to use a VPN for Facebook. So I mean,
For everything.
that's insane.
Yeah, for very
If you
like
want to
many
get
websites.
if you want to get any information, just imagine the people who don't have a VPN, who aren't getting the information, even the half of the information that you're getting. Like
Mm-hmm.
my hair,
Well,
like my
yeah,
hair. You
but
like my hair? You like
oh,
my hair?
oh yeah. Do you come up with the styles, or is it the person who
I
does
come
it?
up with it's well if it's a good barber, so it's a combination. Yeah, like I kind of come up
Mm-hmm.
with the whole thought, and then I work with the barber to come up with the final product.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was the first person that on the first time. Normally in Central America, it takes them about 3 times before they get it the way it's supposed to be because they always do something wrong. But this guy, Eddie B, he got it right the first time. So he's like
Oh,
he's awesome. He's
yeah. So
awesome.
you can trust him now and
Yeah,
all this
yeah.
stuff.
And I don't have to go come in and like tell him like I just did last week. What do you mean? What do I want done to my hair? Like I want to be able to come in and just sit down in a chair, and I would say like what you did to my hair last week, so just do it
Mm-hmm.
again this week. So and it's cheap. Like haircuts here are only like $8.
Oh,
Yeah, in the states it's like $25, and they don't
wow.
even and they're poor service and they're just
Mm-hmm.
it's like in the states.
So, and how is your life going in Panama? Like, do you like it? You've been there for like,
Two and a half,
mm,
like two and a half.
yeah.
I simply I hate here. I'm solely here for my son. I mean, I don't like it here at all. These the people are very nice, and I don't want to be mean. I just haven't been around many like third world poor people for such a long period of time, and like it's just so I don't know. It's overwhelming because okay, everybody's hungry. I understand that, and that's a really awful thing to tell somebody that you're hungry because it's hard to tell someone no, I'm not. It's hard to tell someone no, and my baby needs milk, and it's hard to tell. Like I can't. It's just and then they steal everything, and it's just it's like there's no like love and no like normal. It's very little normal life for like normal family. Normal neighborhood, like get up, like they're just up all day. Like they don't have and they don't own anything. They don't really they just own like enough clothes if they had to like it's like they don't and they're they're just ignorant. They don't care about what else is going on in the world. Because if you're in Panama, if you live here, all you care about is trying to scam that gringo. And if you're here from America and Panama, you're probably just doing something that you shouldn't be doing anyway. But you just came here.
Oh, that's very sad, I would say, that people go there for some shady stuff.
Yeah, that's what people because they have the laws here are certain ways that they can avoid like a lot of the tax laws and stuff like this. And this is where they have a lot of the call centers, like the call centers are set up out here. I heard this guy, he's my friend, I'm not gonna say his name, called me up. He's like, hey, listen, I got all these people information, man. I got all their information there. Social security number, their name, what can I do with it? I was like, I don't know what you can do with it. Like you can, as you can open up some account in them, but I don't know how you're not going to trace it back to yourself. I was like, I can't do nothing like with it. I can advise you, but that's why crypto was set up number one, just for drug traffickers to transact money with nobody knowing where it came from. That's why they started out with the random gift cards. Remember with the gift cards that you could get when you first got them? You didn't have to give them your name. You didn't have to give them anything or any information. Yeah. And then eventually when you get a gift card, now you got to fill in all your name and email address. Because at first, that's what drug dealers were using, gift cards to pay to transact money here in the States. And then they do it now on the back of their gift card. They can paste another symbol over it. So when you log in to scan it, it like updates their account and not your account. Like you think you're buying a new one because there's still a bunch of new ones, and then put them back. Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of sad, I would say, like that people really have to do all that stuff. Like it's really upsetting, but at the same time, it kind of makes them try to come up with something new to change their life, probably, like to have new ways to live, to get money.
I haven't seen them. I've heard them just point direct say, "Listen, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I might as well go steal from somebody or go have sex with somebody."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's sad because I don't see if there's no future for you because you're 18 or 19 and you have 3 kids. So what future you think there is for your kids? Kids. I mean, what's going to go on? I mean, what's supposed to happen? I'm like, I know. I'm like, you're 24 with 3 kids. The problem is you never got to be a little girl. That's your problem. You're 24 with 3 kids. It's kind of like my son's mom, and my son's mom, just randomly liked one of my Facebook videos of my son. And I was just like, so are you there? She's like, yeah, well, not in Panama City anymore. I got married. I moved out the city with the house with my husband. And blah. I'm like, well, that's great for you. That's great. I was like, well, maybe there's something you can do that you can come back and just sign the paper to help. Well, I'm busy with my new husband and my house and my new baby. That's what she said. I have it all. I said, okay, no problem. I don't even know if I can see him on Christmas. I don't know. They wrote something on like I signed my name. And then they write stuff after it, like So I don't know, like when I look at this book, when I sign my name, if they what they've written afterward. But yesterday I
Hmm.
saw something it was in Spanish and it didn't seem right. But I have to go figure out what it really says. But it's like trying to say that I don't buy him clothes, I don't buy him shoes. I was like, I don't buy him anything. He lives with you. And if you ask me to buy this, I don't even know what size he is. I don't even know what brand he likes. I don't know. So that's your fault. That's your problem. That's why I can't go. Give me my son, and I'll go take him, and we'll go. I'll buy him some clothes. If he needs some sneakers, to go come give my son. Take me. I'll go get him some sneakers. My son needs his haircut. Go give me my son, so I can take him and get his haircut. I'll bring him back to you. I'll videotape the whole thing. They just still, for some reason, they don't want my son with me, and I don't. I don't know why. It's I don't know why. Just because it's a cultural thing. They don't. So I'm still going through the process. So I don't. I asked her today, like, am I gonna be able to see him on Christmas? She was like, well, you have to ask these other.
Oh,
I was like, God.
yeah,
But
so many
but I
things to
can't
do.
I can't be aggressive because I can't be aggressive because I'm black. So if I'm aggressive, then I'm automatically they're gonna call me aggressive, and that puts me in handcuffs, and that puts me in jail just for being aggressive, for being, um, you know, of being in any way sort of aggressive about the situation. That I have every right to be aggressive, to be emotional about the situation. But I haven't been. And I got mad at him today because they don't teach him anything. They let him do whatever he wants. So he just says no, and act stuff around. And I'm just like, this is. I'm like, this is what you. I was like, this is. I was like, bye, I'm leaving. I'm like, my kids will never act like this. He's just saying no and throwing stuff. And they're like, no, they're no. I was like, really? Okay, ciao. Not today.
Yeah. Well, but at least they don't treat him badly, as I
No, they
said before.
don't. They don't. They treat him good. They treat him like he's a little prince there. They do. But the problem is he doesn't know his boundaries.
Yeah, that's bad.
He doesn't
And
know.
like, mhm. It's just that for them, he's just one of any other kids, so they don't really try to put something personal into his education and into his upbringing. So yeah.
No, it's insane. It's hard to say what they're doing, but their number one thing should be doing whatever's required to get him with his family. Every kid they should be trying to place with a family. He's in an orphanage and he's the only one that has a father.
Hmm.
So when I come, all the kids are like, Terrence, your father's here. Your father's here. Papa is aquí. Tu papa is aquí. Because you and one kid said, Papa. I was like, no, not your father. But there's a lot of none of the other kids have mom or dad. He's the only one. He doesn't even realize. The other kids realize it.
Hmm.
They're all looking in the window, like, and they wonder why I don't stay for long. I'm in this it's like this daycare center in this little ass room with this 24-year-old girl that's supposed to be monitoring me, watching my son. What the hell are we supposed to do for more than 30 minutes? So that's fine. I'm not, I can't take it on. I'm not gonna sit in here. And I don't have the patience. So I think they tried to say I left early one time or whatever. And like, what if this has been a year. I have other things to do. Like, and it's getting really hard to get up in the morning. It's really hard. Like, it's really, really getting hard to get up in the morning. Some mornings it's really hard.
Yeah.
So, and I'll just be like, no, I'm not gonna. And I just will sometimes I'll just stay in bed all day. Then it'll be like 3 days. I'll be like, what? It's Sunday? I was like, oh man, I can't do that. But yeah. How's your brother doing?
Oh, like everything is great. Like everyone, I mean, in my city, everyone seems to be living like the same life. Like nothing changes for them, for sure.
The
Like,
easiest thing to do. That's the
yeah.
easiest thing, the path of least resistance. But I can tell you, after the president of Ukraine last night, when he said how he got the world engaged And as many times he said America and me friends, I mean, there's no way anybody could let, as many times he's mentioned how cold it was there, as much times he mentioned how there was no food, there was no shelter, and it was a holiday. He's like, you have a good time with your family, and while you sit at your table and enjoy your holiday, we are thankful for you here in Ukraine as we sit without heat, without energy, without food. We are still happy for you and hope that one day that we will be like America. We will show the world that we are fighting for justice. But you, no problem. We appreciate you. You with your families, all with your families. We appreciate the love that you've given us. This is how long it's going on too. You keep it and you keep with your families and you show them love and know that we in Ukraine are still fighting every day on the front line. And during that day, we may try to sit down at a table and have some quiet and pray for happiness in the world while but if America gives us more money, if America gives us the things that we need, we don't need your people. You can come train us to fly the planes, but we really need it because then there's another girl that got on like, it's really cold out here, we're hanging in there. Because all America wants to know is, how are you guys hanging in there? How you doing? You guys are toughing it out. And they're like, well, yeah, like 100 days ago, it was just like, or 200 days ago, it was just toughing it out. It's been 300 days. We just want to say, yeah, we're going to tough it out. We are, but we don't want everyone to think that we're toughing it out so they don't be mindful of the situation. But yeah, we're toughing it out. And America's like, so, and what are they saying about Americans over there? They're saying that you're not, but Americans are great, and they really appreciate the new patriotic missiles that you're sending us. But it's not coming until April 14th, and it's kind of like we need them a little bit sooner than that. But yeah, so what are they saying about Americans? They're saying that you're great. We're saying we love America. And I'm listening to this. I mean, that's just the way I took everything, like this whole thing. And while at the same time, the president of Ukraine shows up at the White House, but he went from the front line to the White House. Mind you, maybe that was to brief in Congress. And nobody briefed the House of Congress. And he came in, and he was funny. He's like, if you want to give us a little more, it's okay, no problem. And understand, we are being very, very respectful with your money. He's like, we're being very respectful with your money. But you've done something, and we appreciate you've done. But he was pretty blunt, like, it hasn't been enough, and it's not. We need more immediately.
Oh yeah.
But I think it was remarkable with just the way he went about everything and how he kind of used the pageantry of the American judicial system, the pomp and circumstance and pageantry, and he used it, to bring visibility because that's the only thing that they really have truly is visibility. But there's a lot of problems going on in the world. Like, what about Iran? Do you go help Iran, or when you go? What about Israel? Do you go Israel? Or do you go back to Afghanistan? Or where are we helping? There's a lot of, what about ourselves or kids or, it's like, I don't know. So, not everybody's going to get help. Some, it's just, and we're going to see it. I mean, look at Somalia. Like, I want to go. That was just like 2 months ago. I was watching a special in Somalia, how they're dying from dehydration and the kids are dying. Like, the really dying, right? Like, from dehydration and malnutrition. And they're like, so do you think we need to call a crisis here? What would that change for your situation? Because I guess he wanted her to say, well, if you declare this a crisis, it would open up additional funding. She was like, it's too late to call it a crisis. The crisis was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago. That was when it was a crisis. Now it's immediate action. I don't know what to tell them what needs to be done, but calling it a crisis at this point in time, where it's already past critical mass, does absolutely nothing. The report was like, okay, people are tired of it. The women are ripping around. People are, and they're seeing this. And I used to work at the Department of State, and I used to work in the NOC, so I used to manage the firewall, and that was the network watching everybody come in and come out. So if someone would bring a packet to the firewall, I would see like, okay, the IP, and I would do a reverse IP, reverse lookup, and I find, oh, it's just some Chinese kid, blah 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 blah. and then you do a write up on where it came from and what information they may have gotten, blah 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 blah. No one wants to hear all the technical stuff. But anyway, sometimes someone would get in, like someone from China would get in, and they would get in. They say hello. You're like, hey. They were like, are you American? I'm like, yeah. They say, so do Americans eat baby placentas? They would say something like, wow, no. I was like, what? I was like, well, do Chinese people eat dogs? I was like, okay, yeah, you do, but not like your dog, not your family dog. You got a special breed of dog. But no, but they would want to, because that's the type of the propaganda, that's the type of things that are being told to these people. This was like 15 years ago. They had no idea. Like, if they tell you Americans eat their babies, I mean, I don't know. And everybody does a whole campaign. We don't know about it. No one knows. They would just say like bad things about like what we do and stuff to the nation. But I remember like somebody would come through and like answer me like this crazy question, like, damn, Chinaman.
Yeah.
But,
Wow.
I was working at the NOC at the Department of State. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's just a sad time in the world. It's hard to think about what positive. I mean, now Donald Trump. You hear about Donald Trump?
So what are the news? Like, what is happening?
Okay, so he got referred to the Department of Justice for like 4 crimes: the insurrection crime, the obstruction of justice. I think it's one of them. So what happened was the House of Congress did a referral for the Department of Justice to get them to bring criminal charges. Now, mind you, they have no authority to do so, and normally the Department of Justice just says, "Who cares? They're saying we're going to do what they're going to do." But they found enough information to, at least the 2 main ones was the insurrection and then the obstruction of justice. And there's just a lot of information that's coming out that it's not good. It's not good. When people are talking about what happened and the nature of the situation, I mean, you have to believe it, but in America, it has to be beyond believable doubt. Understand that? Beyond believable doubt. That's the problem. So if you believe it, yeah, you believe it, then that doesn't mean it's true. You have to more than believe it. So there is a lot of things that seem very obvious that Trump said the right way in the right context could come across as, oh, well, I guess he could have, you never know. So there's just, I mean, we're just falling apart internally. I mean, and it's just a matter of what we find out when we find it out. Joe Biden and Hunter Biden in the laptop in China.
Oh.
And all the man, they found Hunter Biden. You didn't notice they found Hunter Biden's laptop. And on his laptop had all this information about him and doing business with China and when his dad was vice president. And them flying over to China and them mixing their accounts when Joe Biden said he had nothing to do with Hunter Biden's business affairs and they had no financial connections ever and they didn't talk about money at all, but they got emails supposedly. But then that's why Elon Musk took over Twitter, because when he took over Twitter, he got the FBI files. So the FBI files say that. So this is when the FBI used their deputy thing, went into Twitter and said, "We want you to block these articles." So they, during the presidency for Trump against Biden, they blocked all the posts. They shadowed them, so nobody would hear about them. And they could do that for anything. They could, so anytime anyone. So that's the way that the media controlled politics, because people might say that if they had known that Hunter Biden had a laptop for him to do business with China, that emails between him and his father talking about they were doing dealings and making financial decisions and he was the vice president, I would not vote for him. And there might be somebody who say that. So the people who say that, then they took a vote that possibly could have been for Trump. So I'm not saying that he stole the election, but there's certain things that make it seem the election was definitely moderated in some sort of, it's. But it's all, but then you hear something else and it's like, But yeah, we know about so we don't know what they're gonna do about they just they're not saying anything. They
Hmm.
brought and then Nancy Pelosi's husband, Pelosi, he in the middle of the night he got hit in the head with some guy with a hammer.
Oh.
But mind you, okay, this guy, right, was a guy that lived like, I don't know, like maybe too far to walk from him, that lived in like a trailer. He was like a homeless guy. And
Oh.
he's like a homeless guy. I think he was in LGBT, whatever, and an activist. But somehow he ended up in Nancy Pelosi's husband's house when she wasn't there. So the security wasn't there. And then when the police came, they like he let the police in. So they have the body cam. He letting the police in. So said something about them both having a hammer, and one was in their underwear. I mean, I don't really know what. And then some guy, some reporter put out a story, and as soon as he put out the story, he got fired about
Hmm.
like questioning like the 911 call, like putting up questions about it. So
Oh, yeah.
who knows? That's still gonna come out. I mean, I just try to I don't know, take it as much as I can, and then I'm
Hmm.
trying to find out good, positive things to do in my day. It's just getting hard. Like it's been a long time,
Hmm.
and
Yeah. The world doesn't really get easier and happier, but maybe one day it will be a better place for sure.
that's
Actually, like, so this year has really been a difficult one, and actually, like, I got some problems with my stomach, so I had to visit a gastroenterologist,
uh-huh.
who told me that my
Gastroenterologist,
problems. Oh,
a gastroenterologist.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
So,
so the problem was that I like it's not like I had any problems, but like all my problems were connected with stress. So
stress related.
now, yeah, so now when I get stressed, I have terrible stomach aches, and like there is nothing much I can do about it. I'm like getting some treatment at the moment, but I
Mhm.
mean, like I would never have thought that stress could cause so much like actual physical damage to me.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so this year has really been tough on everyone, and I just hope it's getting better like the
It
next
doesn't
year.
seem like it. It doesn't seem like it's gonna get better. It doesn't. I mean, what's this?
It doesn't, but
Now we
we
got
have to.
Taiwan. We got China. We have to believe, but yeah, I just want to be able to make my space, my metaverse, my mental, my physical, and my virtual space around me safe for me and for as many people as that I can. I can't do anybody, but I can help out three other people in my metaverse. Get in here. In my metaverse, it's safe. Let's go to the door. We got our own music. We got our own beer. We got our own drugs. We got our
Mhm.
own everything. So we don't need anything from nobody. Mm-mm-mm. Sorry.
This is
uh,
actually very nice. Like trying to help people who want your help, because I think it's another topic, but quite a lot of people are like, I think they are really not only demotivated, but they don't really want anybody's help, and they just want to kind of,
self-deprecating.
yeah. So,
I know
so
someone
yeah.
like that. I was just like, they're like, a friend of mine was like, well, I'm here. I got to sleep in my car, but I'm running out of gas. I don't know how much gas. I may freeze in my car tonight, so I don't know anybody, but please just. I'm like, okay, so where are you? I mean, so it's like, where are you located, and where, like, but you provide no information. I'm like, it's crazy. I'm like, okay, just stay in the car and yeah, guys. And then I don't know. The next day they get up, they got a job, and then yeah, blah blah blah. The next day, oh well, it's not going too good here because blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
I'm like, what? Did we no longer fix? It's like people aren't like fixing the problems. They're just fixing their issues, and they're okay with just their issue day by day. Like and I see how that has to be that way for some people. Because for some people who do live day to day, and it was really hard for me to like kind of understand it, like, because I never really, well, I did, but living like paycheck to paycheck, and when prices go up, it really does like affect some people like directly where I'm going to the grocery store and I'm not getting grapes because I can't afford to get grapes. When I went to the grocery store, I wanted to make sure that my family and my kids would get whatever you want. We don't have to worry about we don't you have to worry about money when you're in a grocery store. But
Mhm.
now it's scary. Like what? It's like now you do for some people, and it's scary. And for some people, they don't have no income. They don't have any income. Like if you don't have money now, like, you don't really have any expectation of any money incoming. Like that, but does no income mean no income? Like I have no income. Like get it through your thick head, dude. I'm like, no, sorry, I'm not understanding. Yes, like people have, you do. You have no income. Like, and every day, you know, some of the things that I've seen, I mean, I feel sorry for, but I can't. It's not my responsibility. Like some of the things that I've seen there, it's not mine.
Mhm.
It's not my responsibility anymore. I got my show to do. I got a lot of work. We got a lot of a lot of things to do. A lot of things that can do that can be fun and bring positivity and bring like a bright spot to your life, like something that you look forward to, even if it's just for 5, 10 minutes. Just to look forward to
Mhm.
something. Oh, one thing I like when people say hi. So if you come in and you don't have a lot of time, you just got a minute to stop for the broadcast, please just say hi. I like it when you say hi. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting tired of all these things. I got 2 drones, my Xbox, I got a new mic, I got 3 new mics, I got this SRL camera, I got this Meta portal, I got this lights, I got the Xbox sensor. I got the the projector. And,
Yeah, so many things.
we're gonna put it all together. So many things. Where's your scooter at?
So it's actually here in this apartment where I'm staying at my mom's, but like I cannot really use it because it's already cold, already winter and rainy or snowy. So yeah, but it's like for me, to be honest, it's probably one of the best things I've ever bought for myself because it brings
Really?
so much, yeah, it brings so much joy. So,
So mine are the hoverboards. I gotta get me a hoverboard. So I never like the scooters. I like the
mhm.
hoverboards. So I always had like 3 or 4 of them.
Because
I was a bunch of them. I always had a bunch of them. I think you've probably seen hoverboards. I have to have seen your hoverboard.
um,
Because I used to
yeah,
ride the hoverboard down the street in Philadelphia.
oof, I think those are a little bit more dangerous or something. I wouldn't try. I wouldn't.
I couldn't do the scooter. Like I tried it because there's an application called Bird where you can rent like a
Mhm.
scooter on the side of the road, and I rented the scooter on the side of the road, and I don't know, I just couldn't do it. I can't ride a scooter,
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult
but
to use those.
once you get it, you be zooming.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you should try it. I think you will like it once you get used to it.
I'll try. They think they gotta rent them right at the park. I want to
Hmm.
be like on the scooter with my drone,
Oh yeah.
listening to my headphones.
Hmm. But like, can you use drones like anywhere, like in every place, or yeah, you
Yeah,
have
well,
to get a permission?
here I'm near an airport, but I can just do the request for the geo unlock, and it always unlocks it for me and lets me fly.
Oh,
But I think I'm supposed to only go to 100. I think there's a limit to 100 meters here. I can't go up
mhm.
to. I'm not supposed to go up to the 400 meters. But I normally, yeah, I've been crazy with mine. But yeah, but there's also a national. There's also a park I go to that's across the street. But there's another park that I called the park management like
Mhm.
before, and I told them that I explained to them so they'd be more comfortable with me coming out there. Like with the drone. And they were like, oh, okay, just call us and let us know in advance when you're gonna come, like this a week notice, and then no problem.
Hmm.
It's easy.
Wow.
You can't take it to there's the natural, like the indigenous zone where the beaches are, some nice beaches there. You can't take it there, but I think I can take it to Tobago. Tobago, this Tobago, or whatever, just other beach. I want to take it to like the beach and some pictures like that.
Hmm. Wow. It's
Yeah,
good. Yeah. At
but
least you can try and ask, while we cannot.
because no, but you don't have anybody that manages your life, like normally they have like an organization that will at least tell you that. I don't know. They have an organization here. You guys have you definitely have drone people over there.
Well,
You could probably email somebody like, "Can I
probably.
play my drone?" Say, "Can I play my drone?" And they say,
So in our case, it's probably like city managing companies or something, which will allow you to use it for a certain time.
uh-huh.
But like with the situation with my city being close to the border, I'm not really sure we
"Oh
can.
yeah, yeah, I will. I wouldn't. I would. You want to get blamed for anything? I'm like, that wasn't my drone. I'm like, that was not my drone. That wasn't my drone. Like, that wasn't my drone. My drone was even that big. My scooter, man.
Yeah,
That wasn't my drone. I swear to God, you're gonna kill me. That wasn't my drone.
yeah. So, well, it's a little
That
bit
was crazy.
scary to use, so I haven't used it since summer, so it's just rests for a while.
Oh yeah. How much did you pay for it? Like $500.
I think like so I have a Mini 2 version,
Uh,
which has like which is like fly more option.
oh, avoidance of guidance.
Oh, which one?
Does it have avoidance guidance?
Only at the bottom
Only at the
of
bottom.
it.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
just like mine. Because this is the Mini SC, the Mac
Oh.
Mini SC,
Hmm.
and this was they're $300, but then the Fly Market is like 450.
Hmm. Yeah, but does it have the avoidance?
It has downward.
Oh,
It
same.
just doesn't have
Hmm.
the onboard, option.
Hmm. Yeah, so it's basically the same, but I think like the SE, probably
SE
it.
is much better. SE is special. It's the special edition. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit better. Sorry.
I think there is something about it being used
I
with
think the
like
camera is better
full.
than the Mini 2.
Could be. I'm not sure. I just know that is SE is probably using Wi-Fi connection or something, which doesn't let it fly
As
away.
far as, yeah, so it does use Wi-Fi, I think. No, it uses GPS.
Hmm.
It uses GPS, but it's still the distance. I think it's I'm gonna say like 4,000 feet. I think max that it could go
Well,
away from you.
yeah.
And high is supposed to be for her it's supposed to be 400 feet.
Hmm. Okay.
It's supposed
So
to be
yeah,
but
very different for sure.
I
Yeah.
try to like get out and like use them to help me get out the house, but then it got hard to get out the house, so I would just fly out my window, and for some reason, but I think I know what the reason is. When I fly back in the window and try to land, it won't land right away because of the downward protection. And then it makes it hop, and then it floats into the
Hmm.
wall. It goes to the wall.
Oh.
Because I think if I just put some tape over those, so it didn't use this downward avoidance, so it would just come in and land. Because then it comes in and it tries to land and it can't land, and the GPS signal freaks out because it's like, dang, the ground's here, and then it doesn't have any other satellites or any other, and then it just, there's nothing.
Hmm.
And one flew around the building. But now I got two. The one I didn't have the protection plan on.
So,
So
can you hear me well? Is it fine? Because my earphones died, so
your earphones died, so you can't hear me
I can hear you, but like from the
from your
iPad.
iPad. Your earphones died. So we have to get all of our stuff down. Like so, I use so I'm using you're using your iPad,
Mm-hmm.
so you can plug in headphones or
Yeah,
no,
but
but the battery.
they're dead, right? Yeah, I haven't
Gotcha.
checked.
But
I
you
never
have,
checked it.
we have the design. Like I remember sometimes I'll be getting ready to do something like really like I thought was really important, and then all the batteries on everything would die. Just everything would die. And everything like I've spent so much time getting ready, and I'm thinking, and all the batteries would die. And I was like, I couldn't do anything.
Well, this is what happens to me all the time, so I'm used to it. Yeah, but I got like a power bank, which is like I think it has like a very huge capacity, and I always carry it with me, and it's like so heavy. But
I can never
at least
find
I
it.
know that something is gonna be charged. So,
I can never figure out. So I can never have. I think I suck the energy out of everything. That's the problem. That's the problem that
oh,
I do. No matter
no,
what,
it's not.
I was like, yes, I
No,
do. I just draw the energy out of people. That's why if they're talking to me and I'm saying, oh, they're like, I'm sorry.
no,
Like
for
I'm
sure.
sorry. I do. It's like all this, but I just gotta get focused, get everything in order. So I make sure everything. I was even trying to video like using my drone's camera on my screen on my phone, mirrored to my laptop, and broadcast off over the broadcasting software, so it looked like I was broadcasting out of the cockpit of the drone, because you would see on me and on this.
This is amazing. It's really interesting.
Yeah. But it's like how you gotta use it to connect, and then so something would always die. I was like, oh, it's fixing my laptop. Oh, I needed that for the drone. Oh, I need
Mm,
that for this. But
yeah, but it's cool.
it is. And I just wanted to get back to be fun again. But it's hard to, have fun about anything when I'm just here now in this situation. It's hard to think of
It
anything being fun.
happens.
But I try. No, I fabricate it. I choose, I fabricate, I will. If I have to, I'll tickle myself. I'll make myself laugh, or because it's necessary. But it's really hard now. And things are very bad in the world, and I don't know. I'd rather be in my country than anywhere. So I don't know what to do. And my house still isn't ready. That's supposed to be ready June of last year, then October. Now they say
Oh,
March. Yeah, so remember about the house, the loft.
yeah.
So I don't know what we're gonna do with that. I don't know. I don't know.
Wow, it takes so
I
long, but like,
What could I do? Like I don't know. I don't know. Like, and I went back to the bank. I'm like, how can they do this? They're in the bank. Like you got to talk to the builder. But like the builder doesn't respond to me. And then so I don't know. Everyone says it's Panama.
but are they like legit people? Like,
Yeah, I have like a license, and I mean, I have they have a license, and I have a contract. I've already ratified with the bank, so everything's done with the bank, and we're just waiting on the builder.
wow, but like, do they have any guarantees or anything? Because it takes so long, and like they
That's what I
postpone the
asked, and
date.
I'll go back and ask again. Maybe I didn't ask right, but I thought I was asking that, and they were just kind of like, okay, thank
Oh
you.
my gosh.
You know what I'm talking like? Thank you. We appreciate your service. Thank you. And I'm like, but do you remember my last question? Okay, Mr. Pinkron, we're so happy that you're part of the team.
Oh my.
I'm
Sorry
like,
to
good.
hear about it.
And they speak Spanish. And everything's in Spanish.
Oof.
So I just thought like this would be one thing that would just go right because it seemed to like happen in a timely fashion. I'm like, maybe this is the one thing,
Hmm.
but I don't know. It's just so. I mean, just waiting to get my son. So my December 6th appointment to see the psychiatrist didn't have a time on it. So I just showed up at like 12 in the afternoon. And they were like, oh, you should have been here at 7 a.m. I was like, well, it didn't have a time on the thing. I didn't have my call. And they were like, oh, so now you can't come back till January 6th. I'm like, all right, fuck it. It doesn't matter. If I can do December 6th, I can do January 6th. We'll make it February. We'll make it March. Bet you I'll be in Brazil.
Oh, yeah. Well, but you will get there eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if their offices are open tomorrow because it's Christmas or because it's the 24th. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know what to do for Christmas. Like, do I buy them presents? Are you gonna keep them another year? Because presents only last for like 3 to 6 months anyway. I'm like, I don't know. We'll just figure it out when. I'm not gonna stress myself out about it. I was like, I'm not gonna stress myself out about it. He'll be okay.
Yeah, but hopefully you still can get him. I mean, they should have a
And
card.
I don't know. I don't know. And I think it's mainly, I don't know, it's just mainly because I'm black. That sucks. But it's okay. And then I noticed they wrote something in Spanish. I saw you, I said this already. Something in Spanish beside my name, where I signed my name yesterday. And I was like, what is this? Oh, don't worry about it. Oh, don't worry. I was like, no, what is this you wrote beside my name? Because I signed there, and then you wrote this, and I don't know what it is. But okay, don't worry. So I took a picture of it. And it was something like they told me, like they're trying to say, like they told me to buy shoes and buy him clothes and buy. Like, I'm not buying him shit. He lives with you. He's your responsibility around you. So number one, don't ask me anything. Oh, I did say this already. I did because I remember I talking about this. But this is really got me like ticked off. Like, because I asked him, does it mean anything? I had a bunch of clothes that he outgrew anyway. You know, I had a bunch of shoes he outgrew anyway. He outgrew everything. He's been there a year. So what do you think? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what they're going to do with my stuff. I don't trust him. But he still has his Care Bear. I got him a blue Care Bear. because you're supposed to give kids something to be attached to because they like the attachment thing. And I like to see when it happens. Like, you know, if you pick up that right thing. And it was a dragon, but I don't know what they did with the dragon. So then I picked out this. It's a baby blue Care Bear. Mm-hmm. And today, he had his Care Bear. He loves his Care Bear.
Oh, it's so nice. It's really nice.
You know? Yeah, it's nice to see when they make that like attachment to it. Yeah, he's DJing for me. I mean, like there's just, I mean, we're gonna find out so many things that are going on that's bad in this world. That's the thing. The things that we don't know that we will know. We will know soon about a lot of different things that we don't really want to know. It's going to become painfully obvious. A lot of things it's painfully obvious. You know, a lot of bad things that are going on in this world.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Did you watch the World Cup?
No, I didn't because I'm not really into football, but there's some of the like short videos where you have like some special moments.
Yeah, just the highlights.
Yeah, those were kind of impressive. As for a person who doesn't really watch it, but it was, yeah.
I make myself like it. You know, that's what I put myself into it. But I don't like it because you have to watch it the whole time. You can't take your head away from you for nothing. You can't do anything. Mm-hmm. You can't I like the way football is because you have different towns or different plays and different commercials and you can kind of do stuff during and be engaged or something. But for soccer, football, all you can do is sit there and
goal. Yeah, and the mess people make when their team loses, they actually destroy cities while being upset about.
Well, yeah, because they destroyed their city before they left because they thought they weren't going to need it because they were going to come take over this city. So, and then they realized they got to go back home.
Yeah, I mean, those things are
But
just
that's not the worst thing. Like, you know, in Doha and Qatar, how they didn't pay all the, I think it was the Pakistanis, they didn't pay all the people that did the work for the building the stadiums and stuff. And a lot of them
oh,
died. A lot of them died while building it. There's a whole
mm-hmm.
story behind that that I kind
Yeah,
of
I've
briefly
heard
heard
about
something
it.
about. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
this is
crazy because Qatar used to be like the cool place because there's no drinking in Saudi Arabia. So if you go over to Qatar, you get drink in the hotels and in the restaurants. And every Wednesday night at the Move and Pick Hotel, there is this Lithuanian belly dancer that would come, and there would be all these people, Arabs, around the table to watch this woman every Wednesday. I remember her name. She would come to the Move and Pick Hotel, and they could drink there. But so then they drive back over to Saudi Arabia. But Qatar was the first country to start promoting tourism because they had the big outdoor bike. I got lost in Qatar. That's why I know Qatar.
oh,
I was driving in Qatar, trying to drive to the airport, drive to the base. I think it was Camp Al and they have a bunch of turnarounds. And I got lost in the turnarounds. They said, just go to the one that looks like a castle. I'm like, they all look like castles. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, do you see lights? I was like, yeah, well, you're going across the bridge and you don't have a passport, so you got to turn back around. You know what
oh
turn back
no,
around. Turn back
yeah,
around. But I was driving a Jeep, so I would just like drive on there off the road.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
But it's cool, like such great memories.
Yeah, that was in Qatar. And that's when I went in because I work in human intelligence. So in the room I walked in had all like the connections from 9/11, like all the stuff on the wall, like you see like on CSI.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had all the stuff there. I mean, it's real shit.
Oh yeah.
It's real shit. How long have we been talking?
Um, like for an hour and 20 minutes or
Oh, we're gonna
something.
do some editing. We're gonna do
An
some
hour and a
edit.
half.
We're
Yeah.
gonna edit. I'm gonna edit some things out. No.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No, I mean, but I think the great thing to take away from this broadcast is that for me, being a disabled veteran suffering from mental illness, um, and the help that you provided me for over a substantial period of time. I mean, it didn't seem like it was that long. It was like February 2019, 2020. It's a long time, and we've been through a lot of things. Like when you're going through the airport, leaving Italy, I remember the picture of what they
Mm.
looked like when they were
Oh yeah.
taking for coronavirus. I mean, we just. I mean, remember when you first went to Italy for the first time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember the first time because yeah. So I mean, you've helped me out so much, and I appreciate it. And I think that I don't know that us together we can sit and we can talk about things and find a safe space for each other and make sure that we each other are being safe, not just in our physical space, not just because, but really truly safe because it's danger is imminent. It's right there. I mean, who knows when it's going to happen? Like, I mean, right now, who knows when it's going to be us in that same situation because
For
they
sure.
insurrection they took over the damn White House. Of course, everybody thought they could take over their country or take over any country. I mean, if America can try to take over their own country, then everybody, goddamn it, we can damn sure take over our country. If Americans can try to get the Americans can almost take over their government, we damn sure can take over this government. Do you think that thought didn't cross a lot of these dictators' minds? Like, wait a minute, in America they made it in the White House, they almost got them. Oh well. you
Yeah,
know, everyone's
it's
everyone's
crazy.
looking, and I mean, it's and now they're gonna ban TikTok, and who's gonna how's grandma gonna get paid if you stop TikTok? But
Yeah.
yeah, but the Chinese have been taking all our information for ages and ages, and they just keep the data. But they're not. There's other people taking our. They're taking your data, they're capturing your keystrokes, they're getting your password, they're getting your login, and they will send you an email saying, this was you logged into this porn site. Here's a video of you, and here's a video of the camera facing you. If you want your parents to see this, or family to see this, please. If you don't want to see it, then send a number, send money to this. If you want them to
Mhm.
see it, then send. I said, well, go ahead, show them. I don't care. Show them. But
Oh,
yes, that's the honest God truth. Elon Musk, you got social media. Social media starting to define the way countries are being governed. That's already going on in Australia. Australia, I think, is managed by Facebook. I think it's governed by Facebook already. And you think all this responsibility we're putting on social media to govern us, then we're saying govern. So that's when the social media becomes your govern. It's crazy. But we're putting everything up. If the social media does, if Facebook doesn't do this, we do this, or if they do that, or Twitter. So you want them to put in this, you want them to do that, you want them to do that. Okay, got it.
Yeah, such crazy times we live in. But I think in these times it's just good, and I think it's the most important thing to just stay human, stay kind, and stuff. Because
Yeah.
like if you lose yourself, you won't be able to help anyone, and you won't be able to stay strong. So we actually have to take care of ourselves and
So
try
we
to stay
really
positive.
do. And it's harder. I mean, just like you've noticed now, we're actually feeling the pains of mental health. So, that means that someone is able to hurt you without being in your physical space. That should be very scary to you. Someone can hurt me without being in my physical space. And they can say things to me about my past that will make me want to forget about my future and not understand my real life. People can do that. They can say when you're so compartmentalized, people can do that and get into your head. So you got to be mindful of that mental space, because people, that's just the easiest thing to say. Well, I never liked you anyway. People say that to you, like you're like, wow, you think of all the things that you thought, all the times you thought they liked you, all the times you thought they cared, all the times you did something and they just said to all of that.
Yeah.
And imagine if it's your mom, it's like, not saying it really, but imagine if it's somebody you really truly care about, because people, that's what my cousin, like does this thing where he calls me and he gets mad at something I say, he hangs the phone up. I was like, I'm trying to explain to him, I have abandonment issues. Don't do that. Don't call me. Don't, I'm not, you're not doing anything. He doesn't really call to check up on me. He just calls to ask about girls or some stupid stuff, and then he'll piss me off. Then he'll just like hang up. I'm like, don't call me. It's okay. It's no problem. I don't need you to call me. You don't hang up on someone. That's the easiest thing. That's what people are doing now. And they're ignoring. People are being ignored, and they're even ignored by being not ignored, or everyone knows who's visible. So there's no excuses, no more excuses. Everybody knows who's visible.
Yeah.
But it's understanding and respecting that, and not letting it be too harmful. That's not letting it be too harmful. Understand that if you wanted to, you could, but if you don't, it's okay. But don't say that you do. But go ahead, say that you do. I'll smile and I'll approve of it, and we'll just move on. That's what people are doing. Or then people are finding something to be an activist on, and it's either on this side. You look at Roe versus Wade. It's either on this side or this side. Now there's all this activism going on. By on all different tiers, all different levels. People are just trying to find something to believe in. And if we provide something or a safe space, if only for an hour, where someone can just come in and then relax and say, and I think that's another thing. I'm gonna add some music to it and stuff like that, but I gotta redo it, But it's always great talking to you. Always great hearing from you. Always great hearing from you. So with that, we're gonna let you get back. What time is it where you're at? In Moscow? Alexa, what time is it in Moscow? She won't tell me.
She won't?
No. Alexa! What time is it in Moscow? I can't hear. Hey Siri, what time is it in Moscow?
It's 3:57 a.m. in Moscow, Russia.
Yeah.
3:57 a.m. So we're gonna let you. What's your schedule? Why is your schedule so off like this?
So I don't know, but I think it's kind of just easier for me to stay up
Or
at night.
or for being going back the time zone difference from here to Europe?
No, I think the time difference was just like 2 hours.
Yeah, because Moscow has like 17 times.
Well, not probably a little bit like
14?
fewer, but still. But yeah, I'm in the Moscow time zone, so I'm there. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I want to thank everybody for coming in for listening to our podcast. This is Real Talk with Jack Larson and Sweet Saturn. And we'll be back to you next Friday. And hopefully we'll get better and better and better. And if you only had a moment, please, I hope you had a time to stop by and say hi. Thank you, Sweet Saturn.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You
Have a
too.
great
An
yes.
incredible moment.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Okay. Bye.